Hello, I'm pleased to have you join me today for this presentation on the learning styles of the Net generation. Today we will focus on providing a definition of what the Net generation is, and then we will identify some characteristics of their learning styles. Finally, we will end the presentation with some key ideas on how teachers can meet the needs of this gadget-focused generation. The children of the Net generation were born between 1982 and 2002. They are also known as gamers or the millennial generation. They've grown up with technology and love gadgets. They prefer precise information, and in the classroom they may prove to be a challenge for the teacher as they don't always respond well to the traditional sit and get lectures. Instead, they prefer a quick-paced, interactive learning setting. They need instant gratification and feedback. As this age group continues to work their way through our education system, teachers will have to rethink and transform their paradigm of instruction. How would the millennial generation describe themselves? A survey indicated that these are the top 10 self-selected descriptors of the Net Gen. Which of the characteristics do you agree with? Today's students, like all humans, are social animals, but in a different way. Our students have laptop computers, personal digital assistants, and cell phones. These students engage in social networking, and many even have their own web pages and love to blog. They like to text message as their primary means of communication. They also love games. Did you know that by the time this group graduates from college, they will have played over 10,000 hours of video games? More boys than girls play video games. One benefit of all these hours of gaming is that students have learned to engage in cooperative teamwork, a skill that will benefit them in school and in the workplace. Much of this teaming is in the form of peer support. Net generation students prefer to learn by doing. Students like to explore and engage in discovery and master concepts through trial and error. The good news is that this type of learning allows students to engage at higher levels of thinking. It allows them to retain more information and also for longer periods of time. In many ways, students of the Net generation are focused on achievement. They want parameters, rules, priorities, and procedures. They think of the world as scheduled, and someone must have the agenda. In the classroom, they like to know precisely what it is they need to do to achieve their goal. They also expect a plan and organization from their teacher. The Net generation also prefers to spend time on things that matter and want to make their world a better place. As a result, they enjoy service learning and like conquering community issues and environmental problems. They know they can make a difference and believe they can use technology and science to create solutions. What is a teacher to do as he or she engages with the Net generation? Well, they will be required to make some changes in their teaching. After all, as this cartoon indicates, we have a generation and a knowledge gap in some cases. For starters, teachers will need to change their paradigm and develop another orientation, focusing on what they can do to allow their students to discover and learn. Becoming proficient in the use of multiple intelligences, universal design for learning, habits of mind, and Bloom's taxonomy as tools for instruction are great starting points. Teachers clearly need to learn to play video games. Finally, they need to learn to take risks and chances in their learning. What will your first action step be? Thanks for joining me.